guys ready to get this started? Because I'm pretty ready to get this started. What's going on, guys? Like usual, my name is 44. I don't think that would change. At least I wouldn't change it. Couldn't be me. But I'm still 44, and I'm still here for more. Today we're going to have an insane match. We got Aggressive Gaming going up against Havoc Glitch. Havoc Glitch is a team that I've personally played. My team just played them not too long ago. Unfortunately, we did not come out on top. They came out on top, but that just makes me that much more hyped to see these guys play because I know how they are on the field. I know how they move around, so I'm really excited to see them put that against Aggressive Discharge, or Aggressive Gaming as they're going by in DubCity here. They are a team that I'm not really too familiar with, but it's going to be really cool to see a team that I am somewhat familiar with go up against a new team that I'm not too familiar with, and I know is of a certain level of skill. So I'm pretty excited to see this mashup. Hopefully we see some button ahead, some good altercations, some good exchanges of gunfire, and some good plays. But yeah, let's get things going. What's going on in the chat? Right here, I got my phone going so I can see what you guys are saying, making sure that if there's anything going wrong with the stream, how I'm calling things, you want the scoreboard up, you want things edited, you let me know in the chat, and I will do my best to get on it as soon as I can. Havoc is hard. Yes, Havoc is a very hard team. Some Claymores to be had. Yes, I want to see at least one good placement Claymore killed today. I think that is my goal personally to see in the match today. Yeah, we play a Havoc team every week. It's brutal. Yeah, it's whew. They're a good team. They're a good team. All right, I'm gonna double check with TBG. He is one of the captains of the teams today. He is the Havoc Glitch captain. Let me just see if I can fire off a message to him. And we'll see what's going on. All right, it's 10:01. The match is scheduled for 10 o'clock, but of course we are going to have a little bit of leeway, having to get all 10 guys together in the same lobby, make sure that everything's all set up, they choose their maps, everything's all good to go and fair on both sides. So I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. But before this starts, if you guys aren't familiar with who I am, I'm 44. I'm also a content creator here on Twitch. If you go over to there, twitch.tv/44_VR, you'll find all of my content there. And I will be making a YouTube soon, but I do a lot of different stuff, you know. Contractors, exactly what we're looking at today. I've been doing a lot of DMZ from Call of Duty as well. So if you want to see any of that content with me and the rest of my VR Esports team that's playing in this tournament, go ahead and check that out. Twitch.tv/44_VR. There we go. So 2 more minutes. We are just waiting here for the rounds to start. TVG getting back to me and let me know what's going on. He's the He's the Capitan, the captain of Havoc Glitch. Also, another thing I can talk about while we're here. Give me one quick sec. I'll go grab it from the corner. You'll probably see it behind me. Almost forgot that I had a cable. But this right here, an iStock. This was sent to me from iStock, one of the sponsors for the Contractors for the Kids charity tournament hosted by DubCity. And this thing right here, you'll take one of your... here's my normal, large, carbon fiber 3D printed gun stock. Yes, it's lovely, but how do you run a pistol? If you're doing pistol only mode, you don't want to run this big clunky thing. Here's what you do. You grab your Quest 2 controller. For me, it would be my right hand. This is printed for the right controller. And you'll slide it right in just like that. No modification, no anything crazy, nothing. You're already done. You're good to go. And you can grab this, set it up, and you're good to go. A little bit more comfortable, a little bit better to play with. And iStock. So go ahead and get yourself one if you're so inclined. Definitely something I would recommend. I played a couple games with it. I just hit myself in the face with that. Lovely. But I played a couple games with it in a couple different modes. PMC being one of them. PMC. No. Yes, it is PMC mode. Being one of them where and hardcore being another one. Another one where you have a lot of higher or faster TTK. So anyway, there we go. We have the match right here. and we are going to get things underway in just a second. I hope you guys are ready for a good match. All right, hopping in here. Just give me a quick second to flip these names around so we have the right colors going on and nobody's confused. There we go. And then we'll hop back into the action and we'll actually be able to see what is going on here. Let's see if I can get my controller going. We'll hop into some POVs just for the moment here while I get everything all set up and good to go. There we go. We see Native coming in and Juice taking him down with a crazy grenade. Sorry about that. I meant to get the game sound going. That's on me. And the scoreboard is now up. There we go. Let's get back to these POVs and see where everybody's going. Who are we following here? We are following. Oh, they're not moving too far from the camera, so it's a little bit hard to see. I believe we're following Native there. And now we see Pat staying on the point here, locking it down as we're moving around Hard Hat. Oh, Pat gets taken down by Kaija. Kaija not too happy with him being on the point there. We'll see what he has to say about it in a second. Hold on, we're going to try and get the drone shot working here in a second. My controller seems to be giving me some technical difficulties, so I'm sorry about that. Well, let's see what we got going around on point B here as we follow Native. He's trading with a couple people there, and you see Piranha taking out Native with a headshot there, and Evil's Puppet taking out Piranha in retaliation there. You can see back to the point where Piranha going down thanks to Evil's Puppet a second time, and then we see him going down thanks to Pat's for Darwin. Let's keep on going back through these POVs. What do we got here? We got Rapids. And I do apologize for not being able to shoot this the way that I normally do. We're going to have to go through some POVs to get some of this action here. But we'll go down back over to B. We have 2 on B. There we go. They got some contact with this channel point there. And that's one of the hard points about playing on this map here is there's 3 different points of entry to every single point on this map when you're playing domination. So you're going to have 3 different ways that you can get to A, 3 different ways you can get to B, and the same way to C. And if you don't hold them down exactly like these guys are doing, and really make sure that you have someone on either side, you watching either side of both, or at least 2 of the sides, so you can cover one of them yourself while holding down the point, you're going to have a hard time with getting flanked. That's just the name of the game, at least here on Hard Hat. It is what it is, unfortunately, but if you move fast and you have a good team that can work around that type of play, then it's a very, very good asset to have. Ooh. See an aggressive trade going down there. Let's get back to these POVs. Switch back over to the blue team here. Where are we following? We've got Rapid Lives POV on screen right now. Let's see if we can follow him back there. As he keeps on going through all the way up to A here, he's taking one of these points here. Let's see where his teammates are. They're going to different places. And he's back on A, taking care of what he needs to do, taking care of business, getting his way to the point. Let's see what else happens. You can hear some more footsteps around. Then we'll cut to some other POVs. He has some support. Here he's no longer by himself. You see Evil's Puppet flying in there before him. And oh, he goes down. Pat Darwin with that kill. TVG going down on point. Native Life also going down. Let's get back to these POVs. We see B. A little bit of action happening here. Oh, who just went down? That was TVG. Let's get back to these POVs. On C here, a little bit of action, not too much going on, but that's not too uncommon with the caliber of teams that we got going on here. These are some pretty good teams, and they really do know what they're doing. At least I can. There we go. I don't have exactly how I want it to shoot working, but I can at least use the camera in somewhat of a normal fashion to catch some of this action from a third-person point of view. We'll follow Cisco for a second here. Let's see if we can grab his exact POV. Oh, where are you, buddy? There we go. There's Cisco Tech right here. Passing by Pat and going through the tunnel there. Oh, getting taken down by Kaija, who's sitting up there waiting for some action to happen over at C. Now, we see a trade going on there. That's Piranha and Native Life trading back and forth. Fair trade right there. They pulled the trigger at the exact same time, aligned everything out. Took each other down. We see a crazy exchange there. PPG holding down point A extremely aggressively. Let's get back to some of these POVs, see what exactly is going on. Hey, JB the Juggernaut, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate you, my man. You are helping out the channel, and I appreciate you. Now, maybe in the next round, I'll be able to get this controller working, so I'll be able to do my little drone shots and give you your third-person perspectives like I wish I could right now. But it's unfortunately not working for me. I'm not 100% sure why, but we will figure that out. Getting that double kill with the grenade and then going right back to his CZ. Taking out his opponent. Unfortunately, he goes down due to Kaija TBG. Taking down Native Life, as we just saw there. Little exchange going down in this concrete building there. I believe that was the Evil's Puppet taking down Pat's for Darwin. And we see Kaija there running right by, taking out Piranha. I believe that was Kaija. TBG going down from the concrete building here. We're following Rapid right now. Rapid going down due to Piranha. And let's see, who are we following here? We got Juice, and I couldn't see that name just yet. Got some action help going on here. Oh, little exchange. Scope taking out Cisco Tech. He's not standing for that. There we go. We see a lot of very quick reaction time. Following here, I do want to see that's Juice. Juice is a guy, again, as I've said, I played against this team personally. I played against Juice quite a few times outside of actual tournament competition. And fantastic player and fantastic reaction time, specifically Juice. But the entirety of Havoc Glitch are a really solid team of really solid players with really good reaction time. And one of the things that makes this sport so impressive to me, a little bit more impressive than just regular, Call of Duty or Valorant or whatever other game that you're tracking esports in. I'm not to take away from the difficulty of those games, but these games you are doing everything with your own two hands. You are aiming the gun with your own hands, you're reloading, you're throwing your grenades, everything's done just by you. So it makes it so much harder to actually hit all your shots, to guarantee that everything is going to go exactly how you want it to go. And you see with these close quarters exchanges like that, it can all really come down to just how well you can place those shots in that area at that time. And if that person's a little bit better than you, they're so close that those little milliseconds of being a little bit quicker can matter, just like we just saw right here. As we saw Evil's Puppet go down due to Piranha. Scope taking out Piranha, retaliating with their... Who are we following here? We got Rapid Lives on his way to C. Let's go over to B where the action is. We see Scope, Native going down, Scope going against 3 of them back there, and that does not go too well. But he does manage to take out Cisco Tech. We'll go over to the other side. We'll see some grenades getting tossed over the tunnel. It's an odd spot to see them go over, but if you do toss a grenade in the right spot, that was a good little altercation on the hole there. Some good movement by, who are we following here? Got Cisco Tech. But if you do chuck a grenade over that tunnel, over the wall, to the proper spots, you can get it on the other side. But again, angle, timing, and how much you cook that grenade, and those will all determine where it lands, and that's all stuff that you have to do with your own two hands, and make sure that your timing is perfectly correct. So again, just another thing to show how impressive some of the actions these guys are doing in this game exactly are. Game's coming close to the end here. We only see 30 points left. Looking for aggressive gaming. And flicking around these POVs, we do see a lot of teamwork. We see a lot of stacking, mainly by aggressive. I see aggressive moving around, well, aggressively. They keep what I'm seeing a couple pack. Oh, you did not see TBG on his left there, native going down. But they do tend to stay together. They have you know, 1-2 people per side. But anyway, that is game. GG's. Good job, both teams. But keeping two people together as you go through, as you keep on moving around, the map can definitely set you up for a lot better chances of winning your gunfights around the map. So if you have you know, 2 or 3 people moving together, even if one of them goes down, you're gonna have 1 or 2 backing you up to make sure things go properly. Sorry, I had to turn off that game audio there. But I'm gonna get everything checked out with the captains there, and we'll get this next match rolling in just a sec. Let's check out some of our sponsors. There we go. Welcome back. Sorry, making sure we got all of our audio set up. I'm going to get the names changed around so we can have the proper setup right here. Just a sec as well. hop back into this. I again apologize for not being able to use my controller here. This is a big bummer for me personally. I wanted to be able to actually show you guys some of this action. I'm looking forward to really seeing this this game from the point of view that I'm used to showing you guys this game. But we do see point A a little bit of movement. Oh, interesting choice using the using a sniper here for TBG, but he is kind of known for using a sniper. Oh, hold on one second. We did just lose the game. Give me a quick second. I am going to relaunch this so that we can see. Give me a quick second. I apologize for this. I am doing my best. We will be right back. Give me a sec. You can look at my face for a second if I'm not entertaining for you. I'm sorry. I am doing my best. Alright, we'll get back into the game right now. Let's see where we left off and if we're going to pick up in the same spot. Get back into these POVs. That's how we're going to be switching through this game. I again apologize. I do want to get the thumbsticks back and set up, but it doesn't look like today is going to be the day, so here we are. You can see all of this intense looking back and forth. You can only imagine if regular video games with a controller give you anxiety, then these might just send you to a hospital. There we go. But these games can get extremely, extremely intense. Some of these players are just on an insane level as you're watching here. Just some absolute insanity from some of these guys. So now we'll take this chance to try and fly around just a little bit and see some of this action that's going down on point C. Now we're going to see a little bit of contact here. Oh, as we just lose, who was that? I believe it was Puppet going down from, I don't even know where these shots are coming from. That's how much action has been going on here. Let's fly up and make our way over to point A. We can see Aggressive is holding down A and B right now. But it is kind of stalemated because with the 4 points here, C and D being held down by, what's it called? Sorry, by having glitch. And as we see right over the wall, an aggressive takedown. That's not going to stand. And we see TBG going down right in front of point C right here. As it gets flipped over to blue team's control, that's going to be aggressive control. Now we're going to see a little bit of an altercation here with Juice coming up on Native Life. Native Life losing that altercation, and Juice coming out on top, getting into that corner. Now that corner is a very important spot that you always need to have somebody in watching. Now you do also want to have somebody on the point, making sure that the point is covered, but you see the importance of the spot right there as Juice takes down one more on the point. That would be rapid hits. Oh, we see Cisco Tech sitting up here occupying the main center statue part of this center bit of slums. Now that is another point that you have to have completely locked down, especially if you are holding down point B and the other team is holding down point C. This wall is a very thin barrier protecting both of you, and as you can see, one person can go over that wall very quickly and very easily just completely disrupt what's going on at C and completely change whose hands it's in. But if you don't have someone sitting here holding that down in that corner, watching that wall and watching who's moving around here, and then also someone in this back part here that we saw Rainbow Dash holding in one of our previous games that we were watching. Sorry, that I was casting. If you have all these spots covered, then you really can, and you're covered well with good players, then you can really have good plays like this where you can see everything moving around as Kaija just takes out TBG and comes in and holds down this point C here for himself. But Kaija gets taken out with a grenade. Sadly, I missed that drifting through the building here. TBG inside with his sights set on Native. Let's see if he can take him down. Native's in the corner there. We're going to see a little push here inside. And Native taking down TBG, but TBG responding with an equal trade. Sorry I couldn't get that. That is a fast little clip that just happened there. We see Cisco Tech going through the door here. Let's try and follow him out and see what he's doing exactly. You can see Pat's coming in to give him a little bit of support on the point here as we have Evil coming in and shooting in there and trying to get both of these guys. I don't think that's going to be possible. But we're going to see a good altercation. Now it's a 2-on-2. Pat taking out Evil. Evil coming in. He's now pushing on a 2-on-1. And, oh, Cisco Tech manages to take him down. But we have one more coming up. Who's this going to be? It's going to be Scope. And Scope has support from Evil. But, oh, Scope just took down Cisco from way back there. And now he's going to take this and put it under blue team control. That's going to be Discharge. Moving aggressively, just like their name says. Aggressive gaming. Coming in here and taking down this point. Let's see if Scope's going to have any challenge. We see Pat coming over the wall there, giving a little bit of a challenge. The Evil's Puppet's there to shut that down real quick. He's not having that. We see inside the building there, a couple more shots getting fired. Evil going down because Cisco Tech is popping off. Where is this guy? I can't even find him. That's how well this guy's hiding. But we'll see Scope move over and Native get in the corner there. You can see, just as I said, you're going to have one guy on that corner and one guy on the point back there. And that's when you really hold down point C here because you do have both of these doors. You see Piranha trying to jump through right there. And you're going to get yourself into situations where you're having suddenly no contact, and then suddenly, boom, a lot of aggressive contact. Now, as things go quiet here, let's go back to the POVs, and we see TBG with this classic one-handed sniper technique. This crazy lad, I don't know how the hell he does it, but he does manage to do pretty darn well with that sniper and one-handing it like it's nothing. But yeah, that's a little bit too intense for me. I don't know if I'm capable of that, but he could just be the most normal sniper in Ohio. Who knows? So let's float over to B here. As we see here, things go eerily quiet. The quiet is the scariest part of this game. Juice and Kaija having a little bit of an altercation. Kaija going back around and trying to outplay Pat, but Pat does not have it. Here we go. You see Pat on the point here. Let's see what he has to say as he comes flying off the point there. Cisco Tech with a little bit of support for him, but he gets some grenades over there to help out Cisco Tech. So let's follow those grenades over as we see someone on the point going down there. I believe it was Kaija. Now, the point is completely vacant here on D, except for Native Life. Let's see him push himself back in there. And now, at this point, I don't really think we're going to see too much happening at this point. Realistically, I don't think we're going to see too many changes. I think most of our action is going to be happening at C, and then followed by A being the B being the other point that has a lot of action happening at it. But right here we see Piranha defending the point against Rapid Lives. We're going to see another push as Kaija comes around the corner, and how is this going to play out? That's not going to play out in Kaija's favor. Piranha takes him out. Juice getting taken out by Scope, as we see on the kill feed there. Scope also taking out Pat Darwin, and we don't know where this is happening, but we do know it is happening. The game don't lie. Kaija coming in for the push, but that's shut down real quick by Cisco Tech. Let's float up as we go past these nicely digital Campbell vehicles, get this action going on in the center, as we see Cisco Tech coming in and cleaning up in the center, taking out Scope. Juice taking out Evil Puppet, and they really are locking down this center space. Whoa. See, this is why I use a controller and not a mouse. See, a lot better with a controller if you watch my other streams, podcasts. But back to what we're doing. We see Cisco Tech watching a corner here. And this, it looks like he's almost glitched halfway into the wall. No, he's not. That's just how the pillar sticks out. But anyway, making sure you lock down all the entry points to every single place that you can is how you ensure the win, just like they did right here. GG's, guys. Alright guys, we're going to be getting things started in just a quick second here. I'm going to hop into the game and make sure that we have everything all going smoothly and swimmingly. So let's refresh. We will find... Alright, let's get things underway here as we transition to our game scene. And we get this going. Oh, where's our game here? Oh, hold on. All right, that is not correct. Give me a quick second. We're gonna load this back up. All right, let's try this one more time and see how the game loads for us. There we go. We're back in and we can move around and we can look at things. This is what we are looking for. Let's get to some of these POVs and watch this game start. Only 5 points are what we missed. This is the first comp control match of this tournament. Of this game of this tournament. Let's fly around and see what we're looking at. Actually, we'll give the controller one last go. The controller is not working, so we're back to the mouse and keyboard. Irritatingly, but let's fly around downtown and get a good view. Now we see Scope coming through and collecting one of those tags. If you are unfamiliar with comp control, I'll fill you in. Those tags basically represent your life in the game, and once you die, you will leave a tag down on the ground. Once you grab a tag, those tags will accumulate and help contribute to your score, the scores that you see in the center right there at the top of the screen. So basically what's going to happen is holding down your point is going to get you more points. You'll see the point that we're holding down. Actually, hold on. Let's find that exactly. We should do that. But holding down that point is going to increase your score, and then making sure that you are collecting all the tags from every kill that you get, just like we see happening right there. That's also going to increase your score as we see Scope locking down and confirming his kill. Now, anyway, the point has just moved around. Let's fly ourselves the long way over. There we go. I can press shift and move a little bit quicker. But now this point here, I believe most people call it traffic. And I believe it's pretty obvious. If I have to explain that to you, I'm really questioning how the school system treated you. But anyway, here we have traffic. You can see a lot of traffic going on, and it's very discombobulating, very hard to actually call out exactly what's going on. Now, since this is a game that is cross-played across PC and Quest, you're going to have a little bit different texture capabilities for how those textures can be managed in game. Textures being how things are colored and how things appear to be shaded in game. So these cars will be different colors for people who are on Quest and people who are on PC. So having callouts solid for your team is going to be a little bit difficult of a task to complete. Simply because if they're on different platforms, you're going to have different colors. So you're going to have to come up with different ways to actually say, okay, they're behind this car or that car. You're going to have to use more landmarks rather than colors. But we'll see how these teams move around that issue as they communicate where each other are right now. We can see Piranha having a bit of an altercation with who's up top there. I believe that's Native Life. I'm not 100% sure. No, that's Evil's Puppet up there that he's trading with, but we can see, Evil's Puppet going down thanks to Pat Darwin throwing that grenade up there. We see Juice giving Piranha a little bit of support on the point here. They're going to lock that down, capture that for themselves, and make sure that they can ensure this win. Now, they have one in that top corner window up there, and that top corner window has 2 jobs. You can see Pat jumping down the bottom there. They're going to make sure that anybody coming through this little passageway here, this hallway here, I'll show you. Anyone coming through this hallway here, coming from close to this point here, that they are being taken care of as they look over the railing from their station here. But they're also looking, they're also looking on the point out this window here to make sure that they give proper overwatch for anybody coming around, swinging through the diner or whatever, to try and get onto this point, as we see one of them inside the diner right here. Now they're slowly pushing themselves as it goes from capturing to transmitting. You don't need to be actually within the vicinity of the point to transmit. You just need to basically ensure that the other team cannot get themselves to the point to try and neutralize it. And if you can do that, then you can basically lock down that point. But what you're going to see that this team does is they're going to be pushing the other team away. So you're going to see Havoc Glitch pushing the other team away from the point and really spreading themselves out and showing that they can spread their fingers and really fill up the gloves that they're in, being the map and the situation, and push the other team back to a controllable situation, a controllable distance, so that they can't get on the point, but they can still have close altercation there. I'm glad I got that one. But they push back so they can basically have a little bit of breathing room around the point and not really be worried about anybody coming in and capturing it from them. But now we can see as they move into the point here that they have it all locked down. You're definitely going to see one come behind the tree here as more of them get to the point, and you're going to see a couple of them going behind those vending machines and paper machines. Right here, Pat getting taken down by Native pushing through the building. So he's going to come in and take the point before they can get fully set up. And we're going to see how that really puts a wrench in the plans of Havoc Glitch. Now let's get back on the point here. We're going to see not a lot of movement. We see Cisco Tech up there getting taken down aggressively by, no pun intended, by Evil's Puppet. He's jumping down, getting taken down by TBG. TBG's changing back from his sniper over to the CZ, getting that headshot and getting another shot down on Kaija. Good job, TBG. Now we're going to see TBG going down with Scope popping through with his M4 and not really having what TBG is selling. So we're going to swing back here, get a little bit of perspective. Who's on top of the scaffolding? We got Pat jumping down, giving a little bit more coverage and getting some more percentages down for the red team on this point. Now, I do got to go back over here. I do believe I didn't have audio playing. That's on me. If you guys couldn't hear that. Give me a quick second. I also got to change these team sides/colors. Make sure that everything is all set up. Tournament works. We're going to see one of two things happen after this game. If Havoc Glitch is successful in taking this game, then this game will be the determining factor. They will have their 3 out of 5 wins necessary to clutch this victory in this match. But if they don't manage to do that, then we are going to see another 2 rounds potentially go on. As we see Kaija going up against Juice here. Kaija getting the upper hand, showing him there. Well, who's boss in the corner under the scaffolding there? Kaija also starts trading. Who's he trading with? Pat Darwin, and he comes out on top of that one as well. Let's scoot in there, try and get a little bit of speed on ourselves here as we fly through with Kaija getting a little bit more ammo. And let's see how he holds down that point from the top side here. But anyway, we're going to see whoever comes out on top of this game is going to basically determine who is the winner of this entire game. So we're going to see some intense gameplay here as this point takes a little bit longer to capture than the last point. Blue team's occupying now. They're putting their own numbers on the board. They're not trying to let this happen. They don't want to see this game end yet. They want to see some crazy stuff happen as Kaija hits an insane jump shot. I wish that I got that whole thing on video for him to see after, but unfortunately I missed that. It was just out of the corner of my eye to get to see that happen. As I miss another altercation with Kaija, he's getting back safe behind this here, but oh, the scaffolding does not protect him from the grenades. Let's get way down back here to where the red team's spawning. Havoc Glitch. They're having a little bit of trouble with this point, trying to get up here and make sure that they can show these guys what it is they're made of. Let's get a real high point of view as we see Native Life in one of the corners there. Cisco Tech coming in as well. Let's go right down in there. Let's get some of these POVs. We're going to see down by the taxi area here. You can see why it's called taxi because of the yellow vehicles. But if we pan ourselves up here, we're going to see Pat Darwin taking out Kaija, and the other one there, I completely missed the name, that's on me, but he's collecting those tags, really ensuring this win, because as we get to the later stages of this game, yes, the scores aren't the closest, but they're pretty darn close, and you can't be slouching on getting those tags. You need to make sure that you get those to ensure every single point that you can get is on your side, and every time that you get a different colored tag than your own team, so let's say you see a red tag on the ground and you are red team, you pick up a red tag that is going to deny the point for the kill from the other team. So the other team will not be able to see that, as we see Kaija take down TBG with a great shot, out of his CZ there. Now let's cut back over to the other side here as we'll float over these buildings and watch where these guys are going. As we see Super Sail for a limited time. Let's go right over here. Now this tag right here is just floating about. We'll see who ends up coming to claim her. Point is at 56%. And we don't see too much movement outside these front stairs. These front stairs are a big hotspot for seeing some of the craziest altercations. But we do hear something coming over the bridge. What's it going to be? We see Juice taking a couple shots in the butt. Oh, Juice shot. But nope, there is no dressing. We're going to see... This is very classic of every time I've seen Havoc play. See, now, just what I was saying before, they get to that transmitting stage, and they start to spread out. See how they're fanning out in all different directions, and they're all locking down the points where they know the other team's coming from. And since Spawn doesn't change sides in comp control, you're going to see that this team's coming from the exact same spot as TBG gets taken out by the double team push there. But this team, since they're going to be coming from the same spot, the other team can take advantage of that fact and lock them down as they get to the transmitting stage. They can spread out and lock down everywhere that they could possibly come from their spawn, and not just not really let them progress to get to the point and lock it down and take it for themselves. But let's follow through the story here as we see a little bit of altercation. Pat getting a knife kill on scope. Now that is some disrespect, and as you know, and as I have said 1,000 times, all of the things that you're seeing every single kill is with the actual hands of the players here. So this means that Pat had to, there had to be an actual putting down of the weapon, taking out of the knife, and then stabbing of the enemy. Those were all actions that were actually having to be performed, and that's very impressive if you consider how easy it is to make a mistake and just completely be on the wrong side of it, and you end up exactly in an altercation just like that, where you see how quickly all of these fights happen, and it's just so darn quick. It can all be over milliseconds, but we see the points getting captured. Everyone's going to their positions. You see Juice locking down traffic there and spreading out, really making sure that there is no room, no leeway for anything to happen here. As we see Native coming through, what can he do? Kaija and Juice trading some shots, and also Piranha and taking out Native Life, locking down this point. TBG taking out Scope, and as I said before, they're going to get to this 100%. There we go, 5 more percent, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now watch how quickly these guys start to move as they know that that point is locked down and gone from the capturing stage to transmitting. But they didn't get the chance because they won too quick. GG's. Alright guys, we are back for another one, and even though Havoc Glitch claimed the victory in this last round, we do gotta do one more because that is just the request of Aggressive Discharge. They want to play one more where they flip the spawns and see how it goes in their favor. But again, the scores are locked in. That was 3 out of 5 for Havoc Glitch. But let's see how it goes with the spawns swapped as we follow around in the POV here. Let's get these names switched around, and I'll get those scores switched around for you as well. We'll get everything all set and dandy here, don't you worry. As we hop back into the game here. Now, who is it that we're even following? It's over on that bus stop. Swing our head. Oh, well, we lost them, whoever they were. We're doing pretty good. Okay, let's keep on floating around and see what action we can get ourselves into as we see Pat underneath going down, trading with Kaija. Now, who's up top there? I believe we still had one more person on the point here. That is Evil Puppet in the corner there. And we have another Havoc Glitch coming up the street there. That's an odd choice, but the data station is moved. It is no longer here. Let's go and track down who has found this data station. Also, another thing that we should be adding for those of you who are not 100% familiar with what's going on, there's only a certain amount of ammo that you can carry on your person at a certain amount of time. The more ammo you carry, the heavier you are, the slower you move. So you got to take that into account as well. A lot of these guys are going to be wearing different armors, and different armors allow you to have different amounts of ammunition and different amounts of movement speed. And that movement speed mixed with a different type of playing style can really mean life or death in this game. It can really mean winning or losing. The scores are very tight right now, 95 and 97, almost even game, almost completely dead even, as we see Cisco Tech taking out Rapid Lives under the stairs there with the CZ, and taking out Scope as well, not really letting up in the slightest. Native Life going down as well. Now, these players are insanely talented. Don't expect to hop into VR and be getting shots like this on your first day. It just ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, sweetheart, it ain't gonna happen. These guys have played a lot of hours in a lot of different matches on a lot of different maps, lots of Call of Duties. And that's another thing that I haven't really talked too much about while casting these games, is the amount of map knowledge that's necessary to be a proficient player at Contractors. It involves a lot, graduating basically from a course of every Call of Duty that has ever come out. And not to mention, you're not just, in this game, to be a successful player, you're not just going to be playing on Call of Duty maps, you're going to be playing on Call of Duty maps, CSGO maps, and not just Call of Duties like the Black Ops Call of Duties. You're going to be doing Blood Black Ops and the Modern Warfare, so you got to be really familiar with those. And then they're starting to get into other games, as we see this grenade go over the railing, no fail, taking out Puppet. There goes Pat. But anyway, but as you see more games like 007, GoldenEye maps, stuff like that, they all come into the game and they all play a role in the mod section of the game. And yeah, having a lot of knowledge about a lot of different maps and a lot of different games and understanding the mechanics within those can actually help you a lot in playing the game, just with how many different maps you can be playing on. But we saw that exchange there, Native Life and Pat, but we do see Native taking the losing side of an altercation with Juice. Now let's switch over here and we'll see who are we following right now. We're following Rapid. As he goes under the front stairs, gets taken out by Cisco Tech. Let's flip over to Cisco Tech. Let's see if we can find his POV. There he is right there. Going back to the position that he was at before. And as I was saying, these guys are very, very Mesopotamia, I guess. No, methodological, and they move with purpose. All of these guys are going to have a position that they're going to be holding down. They're going to have a place that they're going and sitting and making sure that absolutely no one can take them out. And you see, every time that you try and push from your spawn, every time that you try and go to a different spot, you're going to find that you're going to be running into all of these guys stationed where they need to be, locking down as much as they can to make sure that everywhere that you come to, you're going to be such a dead stop. And if they can spread out from the point and really make sure that nobody can get anywhere close to it, and they can lock down their points, you can completely control the other team. And once you do that, it's game over. But we saw an altercation there. Juice taking out Rapid Lives, and Rapid Lives, oh, Native Life going down due to TBG. And we're seeing more ammo getting taken there. And little cheats you can do where you don't need to do the full hand move, you can just kind of throw it onto your chest and it'll load up your vest there. Awkward shooting angle that I've never actually seen anybody take that angle before, where they go on top of the box, they're on top of the escalators. You see a fast little altercation there. Scope takes out TBG. And we're going to swing ourselves over to here. And who do we got? We got Cisco Tech, who was stationed under those front stairs. We're going to watch what he has to say when he goes back into the point here. Now, capturing 40% for the red team. That's aggressive. Aggressive Gaming is locking this down. They're really trying to show that they do have a lot to offer, and that they can really combat. Sorry, I was confused with what gun this was. VS Val, for anybody wondering. But no, they really want to show that they do have the gusto. They do have what it needs, what they need, and what it takes to show Havoc Glitch that they are contenders in this tournament. And whether or not they this game actually counts towards the final result is to be determined. I guess that's going to be amongst the teams, but whoo, we do see a good push back. Evil's Puppet really throwing down there. I believe that's who we're following right now. I'll switch over to the other team. Get on top of the escalators here. And now we're going back to spawn, following Cisco Tech and TBG. We're in the eyes of TBG right now as he goes to the building. And we're going to see how well they can combat this. The other team's already in the transmitting stage. Aggressive is going to move aggressive. And I do really want to see how it is that they choose to hold things down. VS Val doing its job there, taking out everybody in its path. This gun is an insanely high fire rate, but unfortunately a very low clip capacity. I believe only 20 rounds in the clip there, and it is a different style than some of the other guns you're seeing. So a lot of the guys you're going to be seeing are going to be running a CZ, and the CZ is the gun with the fastest TTK or time to kill in this game. So it's going to be preferred by a lot of these top players. You're going to be wanting to have all of your opponents dispatched as fast as possible. But of course, now that I'm looking for a CZ, nobody has one up. There's one right here. That is the CZ right there. Now that gun is one of the most popular choices for all these players here, but you're going to see there's a different mag release style where you can push a button just like on the actual gun, and there's a mag release button, and that clip will drop out, and you can grab your new one and just throw it in there, and you're good to go. But with the other weapons, the other weapon I was saying, the VS Val there, I forgot who exactly had that. We're going to try and track this guy right here. Yep, Evil's Puppet. With that gun right there, it's a little bit different of a setup when you're reloading. You're not just going to press the button, drop the clip out, and grab a new one, throw it in, which is very, very quick style of being able to reload a weapon. The CZ's like that, the M4's like that. There's plenty of guns that are like that. Scar is like that as well. But this gun here, you're going to see he has to actually grab that magazine with his hand, take it out of the weapon forcefully, and then put a new one in its place. And if he's on the last bullet in the magazine, of course he's going to have to pull that charging handle back and cock the weapon. But that little fact alone can be the difference of what I was saying before. Milliseconds is what it comes down to in this game, as to who comes out on top, who ends up losing. And those milliseconds add up when you're trying to actually grab the magazine with your hand, throw it, and then grab a new magazine, put it in, rather than just drop and refill, which is a lot easier to do. So much respect to using the VS Val, because you're just going to have a much harder time being able to completely hold that down and use that weapon. You're not completely coordinated and know exactly where that weapon needs to be, and where that weapon is, and where your clips are, and where everything that you're using, where it all needs to be, and making sure it's all there. And we see in the corner here, a great view of those pillars, but we also got a great view of that scope and Cisco Tech interaction there. Cisco Tech on the bottom of that scope, taking on TBG as well. Scope is going off down there. Let's see if we can find the view through his scope in his POV. I don't know if we can track him down, but let's do our best. Kaija here, holding down underneath the scaffolding. Now these guys are actually doing a pretty good job at getting out to the point, locking it down, and then pushing back, but they're not doing the same tactic that we saw Havoc Glitch do it, and it's always been very successful every time that I've seen it happen, where as soon as you get to the transmitting stage, you're pushing out and really showing that, hey, I'm going to dominate this space. I'm going to show you guys, hey, I don't want you on it, and I'm going to push you back. Now we see a little bit of a pushback here. We see Kaija and Scope moving over there, but that's just because the new data station is appearing in that area, so we're going to see them start to move over to that area. Where is this new data station? I believe it's going to be on the traffic side, or at least close to it. Yes, it is. That's exactly where it is. So we're going back over to traffic now for what I believe is going to be the last point. It unlocks, and we see Native Life is already on the point, ready to show you guys what's going on. He's locking down that corner. We'll also pop up this scoreboard here again so you guys can see exactly what's going on, all the KD ratios that you could want. And we see a grenade getting lobbed out underhand with a little granny throw, but it gets stuck on the point, doesn't roll over to Native. Native manages to take out Juice, who was the one who threw that grenade. We're going to see Cisco Tech start to come to the backside there. Let's see if we can grab where he is coming from. That's Pat Darwin's view. We see coming to the diner right now. Who is this? This is Cisco Tech. He's going to go and grab that tag up there as he throws another grenade onto the point. And let's follow those grenades and see what they did, the damage that they did. Not too much. We do see a couple altercations going on outside, a couple different gunfights between a couple different people, but this point is quickly going over to the blue team, where I believe you're going to see Evil's Puppet is up on the corner on this railing, if I'm correct here. No, he's Cisco Tech is up there, as we see Cisco Tech take out Evil's Puppet, who is trying to go to the spot there, and he is really putting down as much of a footprint as he can, trying to take as many percentages as you can. Now, when you're in this corner here and you're locked down in your position, nobody can see you. You see how he is dead trained on that door. Nobody is getting through that door. Nobody is going to show him that they mean business. He's going to show them, hey, this is my business card. You can take as many as you like. Show them that he means business. As they lock down this point here, now you see instantly as that point's held down, what do? They move out and they start to fan out. They start to spread their legs a little bit to try and show these guys, hey, we're not scared of you. We are going to show you who's boss here. We're going to lock down this position. As you see, no shooting has been happening between the point and their spawn. They're really spread out and showing these guys, hey, this is how we play. We push you back as far as we can, and we'll hold down our points. And now you can see this other team, the rest is scrambling. They cannot really figure out how to get to this point. You're going to see aggressives going all over the place. They're trying to send this. They're trying to send each other everywhere. This guy's getting a little confused, going back and forth on top of the escalators. But again, it's really hard to trace down where all these shots are coming from when you have a team like Havoc that can set themselves up and go, okay, we all have our positions. We know where they are. We know where they're going. And we're going to see what's going on, because we're going to lock down these points and we're going to put them in positions that make it a lot harder for you to really predict where we're going to be. Now let's watch Kaija here as we see a potential interaction happening. Oh, is he going to pursue? Is he going to pursue, or is he going to hold his position? We see Kaija having a little altercation here, but coming out on top is Juice. So let's go follow him and see what he is planning on doing over here. But you know, as they spread their legs on that transmission side as they normally do, you can see that they really do push back, throw the other team as far away from the point as humanly possible, and really give themselves the most opportunity to lock it down safely and make sure that they can come out with this win. Now, when we get back onto the point, you can see TBG under the stairs, Cisco Tech right over there. Again, trained on the position that he needs to be. You can see very characteristic of these guys to have a complete understanding of where all the spawns are, complete understanding of where everybody's coming from. Again, since in comp control, you're not going to be changing spawns. You're going to be understanding that there's only a certain amount of places these guys can come from. So Juice being back here, you can lock down the other team coming from this side, and vice versa with any other point of attack. Now Kaija neutralizing. You can see how quickly the percentage falls, so let's see if aggressive can come in and take this point back. Oh, 1% is what they left it on. Oh, Kaija comes in to take it back. Okay. I was going to say, if they left it at 1% and weren't able to get it into their own red percentages, that would have been upsetting. But Kaija still managing to hold down this point here, going all around the truck to try and avoid any of the bullets that are coming from Havoc Glitch right now. We have a very close game at 32-34. We are going to see who comes out on top here, though. We see Cisco Tech trained on the corner there, anybody coming down from the taxi side is going to be having a rude awakening. And Pat Darwin looking at the bottom of the stairs there, getting a little confused, looking at the yellow lines. I know that pillar looks like a bumblebee, but don't get distracted, Pat. As Pat looks under the stairs, he doesn't get distracted. He takes down Rapid Lips, and he shows him, hey, yo, this bumblebee pole does not take me off of what I need to do. I am focused, laser focused, like a bumblebee. But we see Kaija having a crazy interaction around the bus there, but Pat taking him down again, showing that he's locking down that front area. And now watch what we're going to see, as we always see, as this hits 100%, watch them scatter. Watch them scatter. There we go. See? There's that movement. It's starting. And now they're going to start trying to push back as Nate. But Native's not too happy about that. He's pushing onto the point. He takes up Pat Darwin, who's been holding down this point pretty darn well. And we see Native coming onto the point here and starting to neutralize. Now, how fast can he do it? Oh, he can't do it fast enough. Juice takes him down. There we go. We have another one set up on the point, locking it down really in a hard spot to hit. Those poles give you a lot more cover than you think. The railing, sorry, but we see Scope coming in, taking out Juice. Those covers did not do nothing for him. As he comes in and starts to try and neutralize this, get a couple of rep percentages in there. Now we see Cisco Tech taking out Scope and Evil's Puppet taking out Pat's Darwin, and Cisco Tech taking out Evil's Puppet. Oh, Evil's Puppet taking out Cisco Tech. Dang, a lot of trading going on here. Now this point is still transmitting, but we do need to see some blue feet get onto the area, and I believe that's what Cisco Tech over here is going to be doing. Oh, sorry, that's Juice. Pardon me. Let's see him get onto the point. Now, there we go. His feet are on the point. They're transmitting a little bit more, and the new data station has appeared. They've managed to successfully keep that one for themselves. Now, only 8 points remain. That's all that is going to separate Havoc Glitch from this win. Now let's see, as we follow them up the stairs, we see Juice going in and taking out Evil Puppet in the market there. And that Claymore, is he going to notice it? No, he did not, but he went the other way, so it doesn't matter. Oh, Claymore is facing in a different direction. Oh, okay, thank God he did not go in there, or he would have been Claymored in this match, and that is not an ideal situation. So we're going to keep on following him through the fog here. He cannot see diddly squat. And what is Juice going to do? There's another Claymore right there. Wow. He was playing that real safe. Because if Juice were to go through there, he would get taken up by that Claymore. Is it gonna happen? It happens! Evil gets the Claymore kill. That is what we were expecting to happen. At some point in this match, we were talking about a pre-game. Who was gonna get a Claymore kill? I have now seen the one Claymore kill. I am so happy that we happen to be just right there. We managed to catch that Claymore kill. I want to see some Claymore hype in the chat. I'm even typing in the chat, Claymore. There we go. That was what we were expecting here. Not too many people are using those Claymore because not only two tags remain, and that is what's separating Havoc Glitch from this win. Can they clutch a 4-win in a row streak? Or are we going to see an insane comeback from Aggressive here? And are they going to push? Now, only 1 tag remains. Is it going to be held down? Let's see who is going to manage to grab that 1 tag. Here's TBG. Oh, TBG taking down Kaijin, taking that last tag for the win. GG's. Congratulations, having Havoc Glitch 4 games. All right, guys, we are back here in the studio, let's call it. But that's the end of the game for tonight. Havoc Glitch coming away with the win over Aggressive Gaming. Really good game tonight, really good altercations between the guys. I love seeing all these crazy gunfights again. I'm sorry I couldn't capture them as well as I wanted to. I'm going to try and have that sorted for my next cast. But as of right now, I'm still pretty happy with how these games came out. There was some awesome action that we saw from these two amazing teams. But Havoc Glitch was able to come away and clutch that 4 in a row victory. Impressive stuff, impressive team. These guys are not to play around with. We'll see what happens in their next match. Waiting on that schedule, and we're going to see when that's going down. But until next time, I'll see you guys then. My name's 44. If you liked what's going on, you like my face, you like my voice, whatever you like, twitch.tv/44_VR is where you're going to find my own content there. And again, that is twitch.tv/44_VR. You can also check that out on TikTok. Same username for D4_VR. Funny little clips, Twitch streams, doing some fun stuff with the same community that you're seeing playing in these games. You're going to see them in my content as well. Awesome guys, awesome people, but it's fun to meet the voices behind the usernames. So come on, watch my stuff right there. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you guys later in the next stream, and have yourselves a great night.